love the smell of sage. Every time I light this, my mother walks by and says, "What are you smoking in there?" Okay. Clearing our spaces. All right, anything to report?
And not a whole lot. I've just been practicing the what I've been working on, which is the feeling expansion thing, and knowing that that's another way to experience the same thing, the same connection, just a different way. And I've been as I've been, you know, drumming a little bit and different things, I've found that I'm able to go into like I can feel that I'm out of my body with my eyes open somehow. This is something new that I've never discovered before. So I don't know how that relates to all of this, but I'm sure that it does. It's connected to this inner feeling.
It's what I call synchronicity. What Tom calls parallel processing. We have to figure out this audio feedback thing. It drives me absolutely nuts. So I thought we could meditate for about 10 minutes to start, because it seems to really help me. I've been sitting for the last little while, but why don't we sit together for about 10 minutes and then you go first, I'll go second. Okay? Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I do. I feel like, do you want me to try and do like the reporting thing, like talking the whole way through it, rather than just going into whatever it is and then
You do whatever you want to do. It's not what I want you to do.
okay. Well, I think maybe I want to try doing that, but I know that it's going to be very hard for me not to say that I'm seeing something or that I'm it's I will try not to go into visuals and or even to acknowledge them. Okay.
Okay. That's what you're going to attempt to do. When you
And I'll
questions, signal me somehow.
okay. Most likely I'll move my arm or my hand or something. That's usually what seems to work. I don't know why the motion kind of like helps with certain things. I think talking through the whole thing will help too. Okay. I have a lot of changing tones and ringing. I'm trying to let go of the body sensations. I'm changing now. The sensations are fuzzing and fogging the ringing was high pitched until I started talking. Now it's high pitched again. So I'm feeling the motion and the emptiness, and I'm feeling the motion coming forward and coming upwards, and within me and around my shoulders, like a blanket. I'm letting go of tension in my chest. And I'm feeling free completely, almost. I'm feeling the sensation again in my stomach area, filling upwards, in my chest, in my heart, in my throat, in my head, and off the top of my head. This is the presence and the merger, able to speak, hear, and always.
Who has come forward?
I am Ned Fear Rajan Sad News in hands and the family of acquaintance is all aware.
This is Raha. Do you have a message for us today?
Forward motion perfection is perfected as it is practiced. Patience at all times allows for us to participate in the learning processes we are advantaging ourselves by pursuing praxis and patience and universal awareness of all concepts being linked together. Strong motion is necessary often.
Ra. May I ask a different question?
Yes, pertaining to all of discussed abilities.
I'd like to know more again about you and your world and Cynthia's role in your world. Does your race have a name? A vibration we can understand and connect to?
A working vehicle of differencing is improbable to encounter until much further into future times. We are a worker behind changeable. We are not who we step in and out of. We are assigned workers. We are assigned body and choice and function, age proportionate, and what is necessary of
Is your race associated with the human race? And if so, how?
we are related, distant, far away, ancestral relations, not simple, complex. The souls of our understanding and orientation come forward, bringing their codes of honor. These are connected to our understanding as well.
Thank you. What I more mean to ask is if your DNA, your genome, is associated in any way with the human genome.
Very, very different. ancient, old association, none presenting forward, none expressing forward that is recognizable with the earth body of intelligence. Nothing forward, hidden,
For what purpose have you incarnated here in the earth life as Cynthia at this point in our timeline?
we have much to learn. We are precociously lost. We are experiencing all together this fullness as well as the workspace. We are with family. We are holding open light sources for particular carriers.
What can you tell Cynthia about her current embodiment that she would find helpful at this time?
Water, flesh soaking in water.
Did you say soaking in water?
Immersion in water. I'm feeling like I'm going to come back and I'm shifting outwards. I feel very heavy. Oh.
Okay, here I go. I'm almost in. I have two interesting phenomena occurring at the same time. The first began immediately going in. It's like someone put a patch over my right eye, and there's a depth of the darkness there in that space only. The other is like it's like those dolls where there's a doll inside of a doll inside of a doll. This is a size thing wherein the more I go in, the smaller I'm getting. I'm in. The same process that was occurring the last time is happening now. The head is going very up. I'm being pulled into the space at the back of the neck. I think I'm ready for a question.
Would you like to describe where you're at? Are you Casey or are you with another person?
To the first question, I am outdoors. The sky is a very pale blue. The terrain is desert-like but mountainous. There's a word concept coming through that may be associated with a race or a world or something along this line. And that word is Henri. I am still very much here. Casey is still very much here, but she is accompanied. The energies are still coming in. My head being in this position is a bit distracting. There is no change upon me saying so. I'm just going to bring it down. I'm opening largely through the back body. I'm intentionally speaking at a quicker pace. Question.
Can you describe where you are now?
I have not moved. I am still here.
Do you feel there's a place you can go?
I feel this is not relevant to the channeling. I'm just going deeper in.
Do you feel there's someone who wants to speak through you that you can connect with?
Yes, the connecting is taking place. There's being work done in the center of the chest.
What does the work feel like?
It feels like a grid pattern, like a mandala, like a whirling, like a vortex. I'm rotating into my other body. One moment. I'm wanting to accelerate the connection. I'm wanting to deepen the link.
What is happening right now?
I am rotating into my other body. It is 180 degrees from the upright body. It's what happens very regularly when I'm going out. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm just reporting. In meditations this week, in mirror gazing this week, a being who is channeled by an acquaintance began coming through to me. This being is a lupine being. This one's name is Onris. Yes, it is Onris who is here now. Onris and I connected deeply during the channeling sessions. We held. The one who was performing the channeling at that time has stopped, and Onris is with a desire to bring through information to our peoples. So I believe he is attempting connection through me. I have given permission. There is still a great distance between Anris and myself. I believe we are tuning. He says, fine tuning. I feel like if I could let go of my physical position, I would very rapidly spin counterclockwise. I am being shown how to address the corkscrew sensation, and that sensation which takes me very far off to one side or the other. Question.
What is happening right now?
This being has sat in my position. I'm feeling the difference between the musculature of his body and my own. Noticing through the chest.
What does he look like?
Anris is a lupine being, a wolf man. Fur from head to toe is light brown.
Does Anus want to speak through you, or are you still merging?
Still merging. I am also wanting to say that this information on the appearance is information given to me previously through the channeled material, and not something I am feeling or sensing or seeing fully at present. This being does wish to speak, but there is more work to do with the alignments. He will not be among the first to come through. He is the one most present at this moment. Istan is also present and overseeing the operations. Istan and others I'm having a little trouble with my feet. My feet are experiencing numbness. There is much energy coming in. I'm cooling down. From the heating portion of the process, which was lengthy. Let's see if Istan will come in and more forward. No, not with any immediacy. I'm asking for information to be downloaded through the body construct on accelerating the process of connection and links to be made with the first, the one who will be the first to come through. I'm receiving the download. I'll work on unpacking that later. So, not much of anything here today. The landscape that I immediately went to was very pretty. I like it very much. It's familiar. I've been there. I've been in like environments. I couldn't find the word to describe I still can't. It's like a plane, a very large flat plane, very this way. And most obvious thing was this extremely pale blue sky. Yeah, it's sort of the feeling. But I couldn't get very there. And I couldn't get very open here. Like I couldn't usually I can just drop in and the energy is so present that, you know, my own energy templates. And today, no, they just weren't. Yeah, and I wasn't given any symbol. I noticed looking back at our channeling practices that, you know, this is the caduceus was happening a lot. Yeah, it happened in 3 separate occasions. So I was almost sort of waiting for the caduceus. I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit here forever waiting for that. And so I, you know, just sort of went into my process of diving in further, but still no observable or feelable energies or movement. That was interesting because that almost never happens.
Huh.
Yeah.
It is. But that was interesting. Is this the first time that you've felt the being a noose coming forward like that?
Onris. Onris.
ONRI. Okay.
Onris.
Right.
Uh-huh.
If I can't go deeper somehow, if I'm not, I don't know. It's just something I want to try for some reason.
Okay. And I missed what you said. You're going to.
I'm sitting in a chair.
Sitting in the chair. Okay.
We'll see how that goes. It's not. I prefer to sit on the floor, but I have a feeling this maybe will help. It's also very rainy here again, so it's going to be noisy. I don't know if you can hear the. Okay.
Not at all. I've been working on my body to make my sitting position more comfortable. So I'm doing some asana before we begin. Yeah, to make it more comfortable when I'm sitting here. I can't do a chair. I don't even think I own a chair. Okay, Ra. It's been about 11 minutes.
I'm feeling a lifting sensation going up to my eyebrows. A lot of motion and vibration. I'm going to
try and go deeper. I have a very strange sensation of my ear, my right ear, and partially down my face is not mine. I'm feeling dropping, and I need to go back. Ba is there working with me, doing something from the outside. I'm trying not to look at the visuals, and I'm going to go into dissolving again. Very strange hands I have. They feel heavier. Something is across my head. I feel this. It's tingling, and I'm dropping again, and I'm going to try and dissolve again. Layers of merging are happening right now. Layers, and I need to let go and dissolve again. I have a very strange sensation of only half of my head being formed, diagonally split, sliced, and strange pressure. I feel like my skin is not mine. I'm part of my ear and my head. I don't think I should concentrate on that.
What is it you feel you are experiencing here?
I'm experiencing very slow layers of merging, very, very slow
Do you,
layers from inside.
do you feel this is another body that you're feeling, for instance?
Yes. I feel like I have to go back into the feeling of being filled from inside. He's waiting for me to do this. I'm seeing things, I'm not attending to them. I'm moving forward very quickly, very fast forward motion and heat. And this throat. I'm connected, and I'm still here.
What is the information that come through?
I'm sorry.
What is the information wanting to come through. You are connected. What is the purpose of the connection?
We are at peace and practicing our thinking of connections. We are working thinking
Who is we?
Shish Ra and
Ra. Cynthia is connecting with you for the purpose of channeling, for the purpose of bringing your information through her to me, to the people here on our planet. What is your purpose for connecting with Cynthia?
for the purpose of healing, for the purpose of instructions, for the purpose of connection with those who can hear our sadness. We are here to heal sadness if possible.
Let's begin with instruction. What is your instruction?
Stand in aware of all surroundings, aware of the entirety of purpose and the purpose of self existence and orientation. That we may help someone who has no idea that they are we are connected to the same goals and further influx with all of pattern, matter, time,
Is Cynthia under instruction?
she's instruction is foremost to remember the living must always remember
Let's move into the healing. What is the healing?
for the opening of all channels of energy without blockage of fear, pain, injury, lack of awareness, lack of discipline, and other factors determining the state of unopened
So the healing is open her systems without fear. Is this correct?
without damage.
Without damage. How might damage her?
Going through what is unexpected, unanticipated, limited awareness, fear, smalling constriction of vessels, lack of wall structure and fluid
Is Cynthia understanding?
not as important as what is occupying the mind. Understanding is being shown continuously.
Do you have a message for us, or are we complete?
My message at this time would be to seek a circular understanding. Open, circular understanding. I'm here and I can come back. This is very different. I'm that was a little bit different. I was really feeling. That was a little bit different. I felt like I was able to stay in that place longer with just being vibration and just being there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. There's actually so much happening in here that I'm unable to word it all. There's no start point. I'm not going to try to verbalize the majority of what's happening here. I'm engaging in a connection process. Exhaling as far out as I can, inviting the most appropriate energy in, which was selected prior to our coming to sit together. This was arranged, opening through the back body, allowing for the switch. And I'm now sitting in all this new energy. Engage.
How can you describe the energy?
Fast moving, forward and back.
Are you in motion for a reason?
Feel this energy is bringing itself up to speed.
Can you describe anything else that's happening?
I can. Specific question will be more helpful.
Do you feel a presence
I feel the energy. Yes.
Do you know who this is?
The answer is always, I know who this is. This is Istan.
Are you, Istan, speaking with us right now?
Istan is here. It's me still speaking. Blending. Process of blending is happening.
What is happening right now?
The blending. The blending is happening.
Can you describe what's happening?
I'm in a black and white environment. And there's a green thing. Green plant maybe, and everything else is black and white.
Are you still in the process of blending?
Yes, and questions as to the energy coming forward in place of the location where I'm finding myself out of the picture would induce more of a channel.
I will address Ishtan now. Are you with us?
There are two voices in reply. The first is, I am. The second is, he is.
And what is your name and his name?
The first is Istan replying, I am. The second is my own voice replying, he is.
Ishtan, do you have something that you would like to speak with us about? Ishtan, are you here to assist Casey in something specific?
The reason Istan is not replying is because he is not fully in place to do so. I'm not in a trance state. So if you address him, he is not forward enough to make the words yet. this process at the current speed would require approximately 32 of your minutes.
Who is speaking now?
I am speaking. Casey is speaking.
Who would you like me to address to help bring forward?
You may address us as a singularity. No names are required. You will know when the energies change. Ra, I can hear is done. You may just ask questions and I will answer.
Okay. Are you here to help Casey, or are you here to bring a message for others?
It is one and the same.
What are you helping Casey with specifically?
There is a desire on this one's part to satisfy I am searching for the word. To satisfy a feeling.
Do you have a suggestion?
A suggestion for
As how to satisfy the feeling described?
the feeling mentioned is the feeling to do as is being done. To aid in what may broadly be called communication. To bring through this communication new ideas. Ideas needed by this one, by ourself, and those in your world.
What do the new ideas have to do with?
One moment. It is too large for me to say out in full. Living, loving would be an abbreviated way to say it.
Can you tell us about where you're from?
Life as we know is not on any planet, but on crafts. We are not isolated to any single point. We are free. We may travel.
What dimensional state are you in?
In what you would perceive of as the high fourth dimension.
Are you interacting with Earth at this time for a reason?
Indeed, we are. There are many in your world making a leap into a territory through which we directly interact. Those making the leap are being met by our race. We are the welcoming committee.
Forgive me, singularity. I am not able to hear Casey's voice. Do you have anything more that you would like to bring forward to us?
What you would like to know, we are happy to address.
Can you give us information about the Earth? In specific, the changes that are happening and what will come to pass?
Which earth are you meaning?
The three-dimensional planet that we are on.
Your question is being answered, but I am unable to bring through the quantity of information. It's basically along the line of the three-dimensional earth being the three-dimensional earth. There is no great change occurring, only the cycle that comes and completes the earth. The 3D earth is at a completion stage in a cycle. And there is a preparation of the planet trying to read the line. There is a preparation of the planet for, is that word, for a re-beginning.
Is there anything that humans should do to prepare that you can give us advice?
Many of your world are distanced from the planet, from the natural world in its original state. Reducing distraction, returning to the land. It's not quite right. There are elements in your world that if one were to re-engage with, would return many to a more rightful state of mind, breathing the air, drinking the water, working with the soil. I'm being shown an image of towers and trees, and it's being suggested to go away from the towers and toward the trees. I don't know how to say it. I can just say what the picture is. And I'm sort of unwilling to say a lot of what's here. If you can ask a more specific question, it's helpful. Otherwise, the quantity of data that comes through is not making it through my small point.
Do you have a specific message
Too vague.
for Casey?
Too vague. Are you out of questions?
Can you tell us more about who you are and your people?
Ra, if you could ask a specific question, I'm certain I could bring through the information. But instead, I'm feeling like I'd better come back. There is a good connection with this energy, but specific questions are needed. I'm coming back. I'm going to stay connected with this energy. And we can mirror channel when we're finished. Oh, that's bright. Wow. Wow. Just a moment. It's too bright. I can't see yet. My pupils haven't. Here we go. Okay. All right. So yeah, the questions are too vague. It needs to be a specific question. What's your role in your society? What's life like for you on the craft? Are there any other species on the craft? I was being told all of this. I was sort of seeing a bit of it. I was hoping you would ask because it was like right there. That would have totally come through.
I was having such a hard time hearing what was going on because of this rain. I don't know if you can hear it. I had my ear like this, and I was like, oh, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm fuzzing my edges and dissolving around the edges. And I feel like my arms are lifting. I feel lifting. I'm feeling a motion to the right, hands, and then back into the feeling. I know there is a presence. I know this is Ra is with me, and perhaps two other people watching behind somewhere on the left side. I feel this. I feel like he's waiting for me to calm down, is what I'm hearing. And we can merge that I'm too much in my body right now. The heaviness is happening. I'm breathing with opening and I'm trying a new entry technique. The back of my neck is tingling. I'm seeing it, and I need to get back out of my body again. I'm getting very heavy. Everything is quiet. I'm going to empty my area. Let's see if I can describe it. Center for a second. Backwards, forward, turning and coming forward again. I'm very difficult. I'm going to feeling of upward filling again. Upward filling. I feel like a snowman straight beam. It's coming up into my chest. My shoulders are much bigger. This is the merging. This is what it feels like.
This is my ears now. And top of my head is connected.
If it seems like it might be a good time, energetically, feeling wise, if it feels like it might be a good time, I'd like to ask about your process of connecting. How is
Yeah,
the link being made? How is the link being established?
I am in the beginning of feeling a complete fuzzing out of my body space. I am aware that I don't feel anything with my body except for motion. And when the merging begins to happen, it's coming upwards like bubbles coming upwards through my center and going up to the top. There's always an adjustment period where it seems like he's working on things.
So is the link being established in the root?
Yes.
Tell
I
me
feel
more.
I am hollow coming up through the center.
Which center is being connected with fundamentally first? Or is it a center that's being connected with?
The center feels very strong in the stomach area. This is where it really begins and is established in the stomach area. And moving upwards. I'm very, very hot.
I will ask a direct question. It has been many years since Cynthia began connecting with Ra'ah. What is the process? What work is being done to deepen the connection, bring Cynthia more into a state of trance?
A relaxing of awareness in the area of the physical body and the energetic fields permeating and immediately outside of this being has carried much things, ideas, energies that need loosening, letting go.
Can you say specifically what some of these ideas and energies are?
Fears, tunneling within the body's nervous programming and making their way into the awareness as thoughts that should not be. We heal by touch and embrace these things appear to soften, fuzz the outside, and then are able to leave and be consciously left off. A cleansing.
Fears is very general. Can you tell us or tell Cynthia something more specific in regard to fear that is being cleared from her system?
Fear of the voice and of speaking, of the energy that is associated with this. We are working tirelessly and lovingly to soften this and allow the letting go of many wrong ideas, people, fear, carrying this as a stoppage. A disability that can be let go of easily if seen.
Can you bring another fear into Cynthia's view? A fear that is being worked with, dismantled in order to help move her more deeply into a trance state.
The biggest obstacle is the idea and distraction of trying to maintain an environment rather than letting it collapse and go into the experience. There's a time to travel and to create.
Where is Cynthia in her process? How close is the process to complete, to the 0 point, to her being at the moment of being able to move easily?
A good progress tending towards the middle of ability.
What can Cynthia do from her end to accelerate her process?
Practice letting go of the need to do more than one thing when it is time to do one thing. Center awareness, always coming back to the teaching of center.
Is Cynthia understanding this instruction?
The instruction is repeated and progressing.
Is she understanding it as a thing to do, as a practice to invoke?
Yes, we are understanding and beginning to practice the correct form of this is me. I'm talking now. I'm still in a place where I can acknowledge I am so knowledge. I felt like I came out of a hole and I could go back in.
What would happen if
The hot feeling is returning again. And I'm in a completely different field right now. The visuals just really changed dramatically in color. I can see my cord going through the center of the portal, and there's two people doing something with their hands. If I look at this longer, I'm going back out of the feeling stage.
bring your body?
Yes. That was different.
Don't come back to your body. Bring your body with you.
With the visuals, when I go with only the visuals, it seems like I'm being walked straight into. Like, you know, it's almost like a little bit shocking and abrupt sometimes. It doesn't feel that way, but yeah, it's different.
So you know, go ahead and mute your microphone so I can say this. Thank you. Feedback is just so funny. It sounds like a monster is speaking to me as I'm trying to talk. It's hilarious. When I'm saying to bring the body with you, I'm talking about the vibratory state the feeling state. I don't mean your physical body. I don't mean the sensation of what it feels like when you're in your physical body. I mean to turn the field inside out, to where, right, you know, in physical perception, we feel our physical body and everything else inside it. You know, our energy's in there, our mind is in there somehow, and it's contained. I'm not talking about this body. I'm talking about a feeling itself, sensation itself, the vibratory experience itself, which is a turning of the field inside out, to where the body is inside the energy and the energy is inside this larger mind. It's you have to turn the physical into the non-physical. You have to flip everything inside out, and that is the vibratory state.
What it feels like to me when I'm able to get that state is this, when I'm talking about dissolving, kind of. I feel like where my understanding of boundaries normally exist, it's fuzzing out and it's kind of dissolving, and I begin to feel these waves and different types of wind and motion.
Yes, and you are that. It's not like you're feeling it against a physical body. It's like you are that. Yes, and that's what I'm saying to take with you. That's what I'm saying to take with you. Yes. Your real body, or what I call my other body, or, you know, there's, you know, a lot of names for it, but really it's a feeling state, a vibratory quality and energy dynamic. There's almost endless ways to put that, but it's large, it's huge, you know. And if you can become a crystallized point of consciousness, meaning super clear, like the clarity in there is just uber amazing, then yeah, just take that whole thing with you, because then you'll go there in body. What that's going to do is it's going to take you out of body so that raw can come through. Literally, the out of body state is the trance state, is the channeling state. You're out of there so another can come through. Yeah. Okay, I'm going inside. I'm scanning the space. Okay, I'm in. It is time for a question.
Can you describe what's happening now? Are there any presences with you?
I am in, and I am ready for a question.
Who am I speaking to? What is your name?
I'm going to come back out of this and answer. One moment. What is happening is that I am moving into an energetic state. There is no one present It is an energy, it is an open energy, it is a flowing channel in which information can come through. It is not a someone, it is a stream.
Can you tell us something that will help us with what we're doing?
The question is too vague. More specifics, please.
Can you give us any advice for what we are attempting to practice with channeling?
You are in the energy of the experience. The experience is taking place. The my vocabulary is being accessed. The rides, the waves, in which the energy is coming through are established. The idea is to not invoke stops.
Are you working energetically with Casey right now?
I'm going to have to come back out of this to answer. Now, the second time I was not as deep into the energy as I had first moved. In addressing me, Casey, in addressing someone, in inquiring into a name, the energy that I'm entering breaks down because it's not this. So this is interesting, and an interesting element of what we may have to work with as I myself move more deeply into a channeling state. It does seem that largely what I am apt to access is energy itself, information itself, energy streams, information streams. They're not formed into someone as we know. They are not formed into what we know as entity. It's like reaching out into the ether for bits and pieces of a little of this and a little of that that forms specifically for the question and answering flows we are attempting to open, there is a you as Cynthia and a me as Casey who are doing this. And so in this sense, there is someone, and this is who the energy streams and information is being formed specifically for. The interesting element we will have to work with is the sentence just stopped. So I'm just going to come all the way back out now. The interesting element that we'll have to work with is in not addressing a someone. So it's almost like when you go onto your computer device to ask a question, you know, to do a search. You're not asking a someone, you're just searching. You're just putting it out there to the great, you know.
Yeah, that's what I have no idea how you ask an energy stream a question. It's like overwhelming. I mean, I don't know. I get a little bit like what. It's overwhelming. I don't know how to ask.
Just like
address
you
the
would
question.
put the question out again on your computer device. You don't go onto your computer to do a search and say, can you tell Cynthia the name of who is here? You know what I mean? You know, you just, you know, search what you're searching for. So what did you want to know? What questions were coming up right then? That just would have been an amazing time to ask, because I went directly into this just energy expanse. It's funny, I've never put my hands like that before and just sat right. That's interesting, and I've been doing it more and more as I'm sitting talking. It's not like I'm tuning into a someone, which is why it has been challenging for me from the start. When someone does come through, I can certainly feel the energy form into an entity energy dynamic with a sort of personality. But most of the time, I'm entering just this energy expanse, just wide open space. Yeah. And if you were to answer a question, I'm so expanded out into it, I don't think I would get in the way of a stream. Yeah. So again, if you went into an energy expanse, you know, I would just, you know, ask whatever. You could have asked anything other than who is this, because there is no who there, you know, or what's happening, because there's nothing happening there. It's just a spacious, it's like going into space.